Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of season 5 of the Career Mode RTG here on FIFA 19. We are outside the relegation zone, but only on goal difference ahead of Arsenal and Huddersfield. A Huddersfield team who we play in today's episode. We think that we're going to be in a relegation battle this season, and it becomes more and more evident as time goes on. We've Everton, who are challenging for the title, then Fulham, who are solidly mid-table and looking to maybe sneak into the Europa League, then Huddersfield, who obviously, as we've seen, are battling relegation alongside ourselves. To make matters worse, in between yesterday's episode and today's, I advanced, and Sabi's out for 2 months with a training injury. The broken collarbone. Great. So, Emmanuel Sabi, who is my joint top goal scorer this season, pretty sure, if I sort by goals, joint top goal scorer this season. In fact, he's my highest goal scorer in the Premier League with 5 over Suarez Garcia's 4 and Harry Wilson's 3. I am now significantly down on goal scoring ability because not many people have been scoring goals. I have gotten a few goals. We've scored more than anyone else other than Palace outside of the top 9. Liverpool have only scored 8 goals in 11 games and somehow find themselves 7th. And I'm not conceding a hell of a lot of goals either. We've only conceded 13, which is less than the majority of the other teams in the bottom half. Just not winning games. Scoring some goals. We're not conceding a massive amount. Just not winning. We'll try and put that right today. Specifically against Huddersfield. But I think this season 5 of the Career Mode RTG is going to be similar to season 1 at Southampton on FIFA 18, where we were embroiled in a season-long relegation battle that we just, on that occasion, squeaked out of. I would very much like to think that we could stay in the Premier League here in this save. I've never been relegated in a FIFA Career Mode before. It might happen this season. Everton away up first. Everton's starting lineup is an 87 rated Jordan Pickford in goal. Cucu Martino, Retsos, Conti and Jordan Amavi at the back. 4-2-3-1 for them with Idrissa Gana Gueye alongside Gabaman, who's probably leaving them, I think. Onyekuru, Sigurdsson and Ryan Sessegnon on the left with Sandro up top. Had a highlight in a game against Arsenal, I think, where it mentioned that Gabaman was leaving and going to Toulouse, or perhaps it was a rumour that he was leaving and going to Toulouse. I'm not sure if it was potentially agreed outside of the window and it will go through in January. Regardless of whether it's a rumour or a confirmed deal, he's still an Everton player right now and on the ball briefly, and will have a part to play, I'm sure, in their defensive efforts in this game. But defensive efforts are what we need to ensure that we're on point with. Thank you, Perella. That was very nearly 1-0 Everton, because certain he was going to tuck that away. Defensive efforts we need to be on point with, because we're not in the best of form at all. It's been a while since we had a performance that really left us purring. Oh, and that sums up the season so far. Just not quite getting it done. Nice tackle by Suarez Garcia. Forward to Tom Davies, playing against his former employers for the first time. We didn't buy him direct from Everton, of course. He went via, it was Hertha Berlin, I think, in the summer, where he signed him from. That's a great delivery. Was it an own goal? I thought the guy at the near post was going to get to it, and he didn't. And then I might have just been concentrating elsewhere, so didn't see it properly. It looks as if the defender headed that in, like he leant for it. Number 28 there misses it, and he misses it. He's kind of stuck his leg through the defender's legs, look, I think. No, he has just reached there and gotten to it ahead of the defender. Guernsey scores. In the 13th minute, we have ourselves a 1-0 lead at Goodison Park. Numerous times this season. And in this save, we've gone ahead and been pulled back. So we got caught out by it against Brighton, and it went in our favour against Liverpool. We scored and went 1-0 up, and then were able to hold on to that lead. I do not want to be losing again. Onyekuru round the corner looking for Sandro, who is quick, but not quick enough to get to that. Angus Gunn plays that over the top. Gerzic can't win that header. I do miss Sabi's aerial presence, I have to be honest. Gerzic's not quite able to dominate the front line the way that Emmanuel is. It will be a long 2 months without him, that's for sure. Hopefully Idrissa Gana Gueye's shot goes straight to Angus Gunn, who doesn't have that big a throw on him, frustratingly. I do like to bowl the ball out quite regularly. Oh, we saw that work for us numerous times last season. The ball from Oscar Hill through the gap towards Uno. Suarez Garcia will pick this up. It might drop to Harry Wilson. It has done. The Liverpudlian, a former Liverpool player, trying to work something. Uno will spin. That's a great turn. This could be 2 if it weren't for the block of their number 28. He'll take the corner himself, Uno. It's a decent one. Parella's there with a header, and he really should have done better. On his own, can't keep it down. Still 1-0. Tom Davies. Gerzic is pointing where he wants it. It's the sort of run that Sabi would make. Here's Henry Wilson. Oh, couldn't turn it home with Uno. If he was right-footed, he might have swung in a better angle, but because he's left-footed, he kind of cut across that, and it didn't really help. That was terrible from Harry Wilson. I think I called him Henry Wilson a moment ago. Obviously, it's Harry Wilson. Win that header, please, Oscar. He's done well, but straight to Gabamin. Nearly, very nearly, 2-0 there, and that might be game over. But whilst it's still 1, anything could happen. Nice drop of the shoulder by Sessegnon. Inside to Gabamin. Here's Sandro and Onyekuru to Idrissa Gana Gueye. Whilst it's 1-0, anything could happen, he says. And something happened. Everton 1, Cambridge United 1. I'm sure you guys felt like it was only a matter of time. It's a lovely little ball around the corner from Onyekuru. And Idrissa has just thumped it as hard as he possibly can, dead straight, and prayed that the keeper doesn't get there, which he doesn't. They've equalised 11 minutes into the second half. There's plenty of time for either side to go on to win now. Martina down the line there to Sandro. Ball inside nicely to Gilfie. Getrada with a very important toe poke away. Nice turn by Suarez Garcia. Oh, it would have been a great ball through for Uno had it found its way through the gap. Gabamin into Gilfie. Idrissa, Sandro, drop of the shoulder, gets it to Sessegnon, back to Sandro. Slightly worried now. They got me on the back foot, and I don't like being on the back foot defensively. I like to be in control of most situations. I certainly don't feel in control right now. Marvi onto Sessegnon somehow with that technique. He swung a shot on goal. Thankfully for me, it's gone wide. Gilfie's going off for them. I brought on Morelos and Elliot Lee. And I'm not sure who they brought on for Gilfie. Might have been Adamola Lookman, actually. Get that in there to Javier Morelos, who's turned well, but only turned into trouble. It was Kieran Dowell they brought on. Kieran Dowell. Here's Henry Onyekuru into Sandro. Punched by Gunn. Davis turns well. Morelos gets it caught under his feet. It's not good enough. Sandro into Kieran Dowell, and they lead Everton. And the change I made to bring Javier Morelos on has backfired. It was his heavy touch that gifted them possession back there. And then just a quick turnaround. Kieran Dowell left forward from the previous attack, spins on it and fires in that bottom corner on his left foot. That's why I mentioned earlier on when we went 1-0 up, I wasn't going to take anything for granted, because we've been in control of games before and in front and found ourselves not getting anything, and it looks like that's going to happen again. There's the final whistle. It's a 2-1 defeat at Goodison Park. Everton turn it around. That's why they're hunting for the league title. That's why we're loitering near the relegation zone, but that defeat might well put us into the relegation zone. An unfamiliar scenario with Cambridge United thus far in this save, being in the bottom quadrant of the table. And we're still above the relegation zone on goal difference. But for now, once we advance, I have a funny feeling we might be going into that bottom 3. I'm going to stop and train quickly. Loan offer for Cameron Lee. I did add a number of the youngsters onto the loan list, actually, so I shall accept that. Got some youth scout reports as well. We haven't yet done anything with those yet this season. 79 to 94 for Taylor Mason. Not sure where he's going to play. I'll wait one more month. 72 to 94 for Reece Kelly, but very low starting point. I'll say no for him. That's a no as well. I'm at the point now, we've got so many great youngsters that I'm only going to say yes to someone if they're genuinely incredible. And they're going to have to be genuinely incredible. 79 to 94, I'll give that another month. But again, it's a very low starting point. But he is only 15, so there's promise there. See, if he was 15 with that, I'd have said yes. But 17, no. 68 to 92. Yeah, that's a low starting point. Only he's going to be towards the lower end of that as well. I'm going to say no, and that's a no. We'll keep our eye on Ep5. And then in the United States, well, he's terrible. That's a no. That's also a no. 71 to 94. There you go. 475,000 at 16 years of age. That might have some legs. Let's have a look and see where he plays and how good he genuinely is. In the youth setup. Where are you, sir? Anthony Kerr. 71 to 94. He's a centre mid. As if I haven't got enough of them already. 78 curve. It's going to be slightly skewing his overall rating at present, but still 68 short pass, 68 long pass, 67 free kick, actually 64 long shots and crossing. It's manageable. I haven't specifically asked for physically strong players this time. I've sent them all out for a season or for 9 months, just looking for anyone. So we'll see if that works or if it alternatively does not work with regards to potentially bringing in some new talent. Some quality new talent. We'll wait and see. For now, though, I think I just glanced at the table a moment ago and it showed Arsenal as above us in the league after we finished simulating, and indeed that is the case. They only got a point, but they are now above us. We are 1 point from safety and already 3 from 16th. A loan offer for Callum Green, which will be accepted as well from Hoffenheim. Not from Hoffenheim, from Hertha Berlin, sorry. Up next for us was Fulham, who were mid-table. We just have to be better. Mvogo in goal for Fulham. Vareka, Clark-Salter, Osorio, Lamarchand and Lato at the back. 5 for them. Seri and Zambo and Gisa in midfield, with Galeno, Favili and Brahim as the front 3. It is a beatable team. But we've played a number of beatable teams so far this season, and we, more than often than not, don't beat them. Brahim chasing after the loose ball, brings it down well. Cross is okay, but Khatrada will deal with it. It won't let me change player to Suarez Garcia to try and get to that, nor again. So frustrating how it does that sometimes. It just doesn't let you change player. It makes you sprint at the ball with a guy that's nowhere near it. So annoying. Corner for Fulham. Galeno to take it on that far side. It's a good delivery, but it's also a good clearance by Victor Perella. Here's Lamarchand. Back to Galeno again. Jake Clark-Salter. Galeno, that's a better ball in. Again, Perella's in the way. It's Zambo and Gisa that's underneath it, and he sliced that horribly wide. He darts inside. Forward to Favili. Lovely block by Khatrada. Davies too. Favili blocked again, this time by Perella, and Bogle will get it away. Oh, backs against the walls again. Scrambling around, just trying to get the ball away from our penalty area. Arsenal play Spurs in the late kickoff. United are beating Forest, which is good news for us, because Forest could be a side that could eventually drop back down the table. Palace are drawing. Huddersfield are drawing. So as things stand, we are staying where we are, I believe, with regards to the league table. But a goal to go 1-0 up against Fulham could make the difference. Davies forward there nicely to Gerzic. Up to Uno. Suarez Garcia. Gerzic could be played in. Here he is, the Swede. He's stepping up where Sabi has had to take a seat. The Swedish international is finding his feet in the first team, thumping us 1-0 in front here against Fulham. His second goal of the league season. I certainly needed him to fill the void left by Emmanuel Sabi. He's broken his collarbone and is out for 2 months. If we're to get through this period, it's going to be thanks to goals like that. If we're to get through this season, it's to be thanks to goals like that. Cambridge 1, Fulham 0. That might pull us out of the relegation zone. Bola across to Tom Davies. Gerzic is there. Just going to spin. We'll look for Garcia. Adebayo. Keep that run going, Tom. He's done well. Whip it in. Ziegler's at the back post. It's going to drop to Elliot Lee. Here's Dennis Adebayo. Out to Ziegler. That's floating, but floating over. 15 minutes to go. I don't mind if the clock just painfully ticks away, so long as we get that 1-0 win. Adebayo. Suarez Garcia to Elliot Lee. I'm tempted just to try and keep hold of possession for the final 5 minutes, because these would be a massive set of 3 points if we can see it out. Suarez Garcia through there. Gerzic. Oh God, I would love a second goal, because at the end of the season goal difference could be just as important. Adebayo into the middle. Oh no, off the post at the back stick. How has Gerzic not got his second there? He's hit it against the post so hard it's gone out for a throw-in on this side of the pitch. Unbelievable. Oh, that's a foul. That one certainly worthy of a yellow card. Oh, I can't believe it. That would have won us the game, and if they score now, then I'll be absolutely crestfallen. They do have a corner. With barely any time left in the game, Fulham have a corner. It's whipped towards the near post. It's flicked on by Favili, but flicked over. For the first time in ages, we have a win. That might just be enough to take us out of the relegation zone. The only shot on target all game from either side, and it was enough to win it. Huddersfield just lost 3-1 to Everton, which is good for us. Forest lost 4-0 in the end. Brighton lose, but they were up near the top of the table earlier on in the season. We are out of the relegation zone, but Wolves have a game in hand. But crucially, we're now only a point behind Fulham, who have really plummeted down the table. Forest there in 11th. Brighton was still up near the top. They are there in 5th. Chelsea, Everton and Manchester City inspire. I guess the top 4 are just kind of accelerating away now, aren't they? As United, Liverpool and Arsenal try and keep up. Right, up next for us is that 6-point relegation clash against Huddersfield Town, which I simply cannot afford to lose. Huddersfield starting lineup. Lursel in goal. 5 at the back for them. Hader Unai, Wampe, Schindler, Garcia and Durham. And then he's a Chaloba and Moy is the midfield 3 with Rossi and Larin up top. Just as Fulham's starting lineup was beatable, as is Huddersfield's. I just need... A win isn't essential, but my God, would it help. Defeat is absolutely devastating if it happens. We cannot afford to lose this. If it's not an absolutely must win, it's certainly a cannot lose. Oh, lovely from Harry Wilson. Into Suarez Garcia, drops his shoulder well. Oscar Hill driving forward. Give it to Gerzic. Drop the shoulder. A bit too much of acceleration. Oh, great touch by Suarez Garcia. Oh, please. How has he done that then? How has he not gotten that on target? Unbelievable from Suarez Garcia. That would have been the dream start in this huge fixture, and he hasn't been able to take it. Well up. Has gotten that forward there to Gerzic though. And he could still be played in. Suarez Garcia. This time. No mistake. Second time around. We are in front. Big goal. Into Harry Wilson. Get that out wide there to Jaden Bogle. Inside again. Gerzic. Looking for Harry Wilson out of his feet on his left. Off the bar and away. Great strike by Harry Wilson. Really unfortunate for it not to have gone in. With Hill to Tom Davies, forward to Suarez Garcia. Spins well, shot was decent, but blocked well. We're definitely dominating this game. That was a poor header. Definitely dominating this game, but we need to... I mean, we didn't need to against Fulham, but I would be so much more comfortable if we can get a second goal and get a 2-goal advantage in this fixture, whether it be 2-0 or 3-1. Regardless of how it happens, I just want a little bit of breathing room. Gerzic out wide to Harry Wilson. It's come close once. But he's further away this time. Larin. Oh no. Get rid. What is going on? Oh, Jesus, what? In a game of this magnitude, at this end of the table, is it any surprise that a goal is scored like that?
Fantastic from the neutral point of view.
Try and clear once. Try and clear twice. Catroida stumbles over the man on the floor. Can't get to the ball. Stumbles backwards. It forced the Larin, who lashes the ball in. 1-1. 1 minute before half time.
A lot of people have been talking about this one. Looking forward to
Garcia.
it.
Kozic can give and go. And he's gone. Suarez Garcia there again. Uno out wide. He's had a quiet season, actually, Uno, I have to be honest. Nice touch by Harry Wilson. Shot blocked. Try and get it to Gerzic. Out of his feet. Shot blocked. Uno has been very quiet this season. He was particularly impressive for us last year. Had his best season in a Cambridge United shirt in our Championship promotion season. But he's been ineffective at best in the Premier League so far on that left-hand side. Barely anything positive from him whatsoever. What a block by Getrauda. My God. What a block. He flew across there. That's brilliant stuff. From the corner. Aaron Moy. Towards the back post. Gun saves. Back nicely to Garcia. Looking for Gerzic. I just needed that touch to be tighter so I can spin and accelerate away. De Poitre. Nice tackle by Oscar Hill. Davies. This is good football. Oh, let's play Gerzic in. Oh, no, that touch. Why would you let it just bounce off your foot? You moron. In that situation, I need something better. I need something more. Why would you let that roll over your toes, Gerzic? I know you're young and you're inexperienced, but I need you right now. That could have been the chance to give us all 3 points. It was the chance to give us all 3 points. And he's not even had the opportunity to have a shot on goal because his touch was so bad. He's got 99 dribbling, but only 81 ball control. In that moment in time, I really wish that stat was the other way around. It's Florian Hader Unite. He's got Matt Penny on toast. Really good cross. Getrauda with a really good header. Vogel. Get it there to Harry Wilson. Gerzic is there. Suarez Garcia played in. Now is your moment, Suarez. Yes! That's huge! With the last kick of the game, we are going to win against Huddersfield in the biggest game of our series so far. Easily. I don't care the fact that we're both languishing in the relegation zone in the Premier League. That is the biggest goal of our series so far. All 5 seasons. Oh, you cannot even begin to imagine the relief to have been able to get 3 points in this game. On that goal, our entire season could pivot. We're not going to be looking over our shoulder anymore, hopefully. We will be looking up and above us. Fulham also lose. West Ham beat them. Wolves beat Chelsea, surprisingly. So Fulham might be below us. Now, we're up to 13th. We don't want to look below us anymore. It's still so very tight. Fulham on 14 are only 3 points away from Manchester United on 17 in 10th. Only 3 points separate Manchester United in 10th from the relegation zone. But, oh my lord, what a win. What a win. What a 3 points. And in tomorrow's episode, we face Southampton as well, which surely we can get a victory from too. With West Ham, City, Wolves, Southampton and Spurs. Oh, I can't believe we were able to get that in the end. Thank you, Suarez Garcia. After you missed that one very early on. Oh, he gets a brace for us in the end to get the win. Massive. Huge. Oh, that could save our season. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to this series, to the channel as well, to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this series. I need to go and have a calm down. I'll see you next time.